The Godfather is directed by Francis Ford Coppola and stars, among others, James Caan, Al Pacino, and Marlon Brando. In celebration of its 40th anniversary, The Godfather was re-released in XD theaters for one night only, this night, obviously, and I got a chance to go and see it. As a general rule, when it comes to classics, which this film is known as, I go into it very differently than a regular film. Growing up, this was a film like The Matrix. When people find out that I was a movie buff, they're like, "Oh dude, you gotta watch it, The Godfather, man, The Godfather, you gotta watch it. It's a great film." And of course I was curious, I wanted to see, what was all the hype about, I wanted to know why it was a classic. I wasn't, 17 however, and so I, had to wait. But when I was 15, I remember going to the Blockbuster near where I lived, and I was scared for this because I was like, dude, this guy's gonna come, he's gonna ask for my ID because, it's rated R, and I'm not 17, and I don't look 17. But thankfully I got away with it. Not that there's really a thing for me to get away with, but I got away with it. I don't remember, the whole experience of watching it, but I remember that at the end of the viewing, in my head I was like, yeah, I don't get it. Why is this a classic? And I thought that something was wrong with me because I was like, this is a classic, I have to like, why don't I like it? This is a classic, I have to like it. There must be something wrong with me. So in my head I was like, this requires multiple viewings for me to really understand why this is a classic and for me to love it. So I have to watch it again just to understand. Fast forward to 18 years old, I'm in a film class at this community college, and it's one of the requirements to watch the film for this history class that we have. When I watched it, I had a better appreciation for the film. I understood more what was going on. When I first watched it, I didn't care about the story or the character, I just wanted to see stuff below it, and obviously, for those of you who have seen it, there's not a ton of action in this film. That's really an understatement, but there's not a lot of action in this film. Now fast forward to tonight, and I saw it again. I wanted to see it again mainly because I've never seen it on the big screen and I wanted to know what that felt like. And I also wanted to go in because I have more of an appreciation, even more a year ago, because I've taken several film classes pertaining to history and the actual process of filmmaking, and so I really have an appreciation for, films in general, and I wanted to see if my opinion had changed in the last year, I guess. Now I have not read the book, nor do I ever plan on reading the book, so I can't say whether or not it, is truthful to the book or not. This isn't a film like, say, The Dark Knight, which I love watching over and over again. It's a film that once you see it, you kind of just want to take a break and let it rest. My only problems with this film is that it is extremely long and will test even the most patient of moviegoers. Also, I can't point out specific bits, but I feel like there are scenes that may not even be needed, like perhaps the wedding scene in the beginning could be cut down because that's a pretty long sequence. The Godfather is a film that I believe everyone should see at least once, especially movie buffs, and if you want to become a director like me, it is essential that you watch this film because Francis Ford Coppola is one of the most famous directors out there, and there's a reason for that. I mean, not just because of The Godfather, but his other films too. Really good films. If someone were to tell me that they hated The Godfather or just couldn't stand it and had to walk out because they were just so bored, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. The Godfather, like any film, is not for everyone. However, it is a film that is very important to the history of film. It's a film that has impacted other films and filmmakers in general. Would I own it on Blu-ray? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. So after all is said and done, I am giving The Godfather 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a good movie. I like it, but I don't love it.